Triathlon can be expensive, but does it have to be? To find out, I set myself a challenge buying everything I needed for a triathlon for less than the cost of entry. I bought a bike, a helmet, shoes, a wetsuit, goggles, bar tape and saddle because the ones on the bike were knackered, bottle cage, bottle, fuel, chuck on some old workout clothes and I'm ready to go. Did I stay under budget? For my event, I chose Milton Keynes Sprint Distance Triathlon, which cost £95 plus £5.70 booking fee, which gave me an equipment budget of £100.70. I thought about the essential equipment I'd need and I came to a core list of a bike, a helmet, trainers, a wetsuit and some goggles. So starting with the bike, knowing I was up against it with only £100 to spare, I took to Facebook Marketplace. I figured the most I could spend on a bike would be about £50, which was half my budget. And after lots of scrolling and lots of rejected offers and lots of blanking, I came across this for only £40. It's a Carrera Carquinos road bike. Age-wise, it's somewhere between 16 and 11 years old. It's aluminium, including the fork. It has 14-speed or 7-speed Shimano tourney. It's got rim brakes and flat pedals, and I'm not going to change those. It was rusty, needed some maintenance, but I'll go into more on that later. Helmet now. With £60.70 left to spend, I took to eBay. I was willing to use anything as long as it was safe, but I quickly found a bargain, a DHB road helmet for only £12.94. Add that to the basket. Trainers. With £47.76 in my pocket, I googled cheap trainers and I found these bad boys for £15.90 on Temu. Not box fresh anymore because I've used them for a few runs, which I'll cover in another video, but they have boom foam, boom fibre and an apparent carbon plate. And now for the wetsuit. £31.86 left to spend and I'm back on Facebook Marketplace, thinking I'll probably get a surfing wetsuit at best. I'm absolutely chuffed with this though. A DHB Hydro wetsuit, which looks to be genuinely decent and for only £5. Crazy bargain because apparently they're £130 new. Keen to test this out in the open water. Goggles now, with just under £27 left in the bank. I didn't need to go on Facebook or anything like that because I knew exactly what I wanted and they're from Amazon. B-Way goggles. I used some of these for my first ever triathlon and they did the job and they didn't leak. Went for the silver ones in case it was sunny. They cost me £8.99. Moving on to a saddle and bar tape. As I mentioned before, the bike needed some maintenance. The saddle was falling to pieces, the rails were rusty, the seat post and many other bits of the bike were also rusty. And the cork bar tape was falling to pieces. I set about treating the rust and cleaning the bike, but needed new saddle and bar tape. And with a whole £18 or thereabouts to spend, I was running low on money. I took to Amazon once again for the bar tape and got the cheapest I could find at around £4. For the saddle, I was back on Facebook Marketplace and found a Sella Italia Model X Boost for £10. So we need to eat and drink during a triathlon, and normally the bike leg's a good place to do it. Firstly, I purchased the bike bottle cage from one of the AliExpress-like sites. It's flimsy and plastic, but it works, and it only cost me £1.18. Then I needed something to go in it, so off I went to Tesco. I have this fetching grey cycling bottle, which holds 750ml, which would be plenty for this sprint try, and that cost me £2. Finally, I wanted some fuel. I originally intended to go with this FTP Endurance Fuel Carbon Electrolyte Mix. Put it in my bottle and I'd have had 54 grams of carb plus about 850 milligrams of electrolytes. However, because of the budget, I ran out of money and I couldn't afford £5. So instead, I've had to settle for some fizzy bubblegum bottles from Sainsbury's, which with nectar prices cost 50p. I still get 54 grams of carb, but only about 150 milligrams of salt. But over a sprint, I reckon I'll get away with it. Okay, so finally you'd have probably noticed a few bits that weren't included in my equipment list. So first and foremost are these. Pedals. And also these. Shoes. So I've decided to not have cycle shoes and not have clipless pedals and basically run flat pedals and trainers because that's ultimately what I did on my first triathlon and it's what I see a lot of people who are going to come into triathlon actually doing. Second, you'd have seen that there is no tri-suit. So nothing like this. And again, that's because on my first triathlon, I used some old workout kits. So what I'm going to do on this one, I'm just going to use a t-shirt and also just some shorts. And then I'll run those for it. And then finally, another thing I haven't included is spares. So on my first triathlon, I didn't have any spares. Ultimately, I didn't know how to change a tyre, and I'm sure some people will be in a similar sort of situation. So I haven't got, although I will carry on the day, I haven't budgeted for an inner tube, a tyre lever, any kind of Allen keys, or a pump or anything. But I will actually carry those on the day, and you can get all of this for about 15 quid. But I've not budgeted for it because ultimately I didn't use it, and I probably, on the course I've chosen, don't really expect to use it. So there we have it. You can buy your equipment for a sprint tri for less than the cost of entry. In fact, you can have a whole 18p left over. I hope you enjoyed it. Over the coming weeks, we have lots more on the Budget Triathlon series. So we have triathlon rules, training for your first triathlon, how to fuel your first triathlon, all the way through to how the cheap triathlon equipment compares to premium items, through to whether clipless pedals give you more power than flats, and finally, the series will cover how the race actually went. Did my cheap triathlon equipment get me through? So if you enjoyed it, like and subscribe. Thanks.